Welcome to another session of Understanding Yourself as an Entrepreneur. In this session, we'll look at counting the cost of entrepreneurship. Our learning objectives for this session are as follows. First, to examine your commitment to becoming an entrepreneur. Next, to evaluate your personal interests, gifts, and talents as they relate to entrepreneurship. Third, to introduce you to the idea of planning a business startup. And fourth and finally, to understand that God calls us to wisely use the gifts and talents He has entrusted to us. A Bible quote for this week comes from Luke 14:28-30. But don't begin until you count the cost. For who would begin construction of a building without first getting estimates and then checking to see if there is enough money to pay the bills? Otherwise, you might complete only the foundation before running out of funds. And then how everyone would laugh at you. They would say, "There's the person who started that building and ran out of money before it was finished." Here's the point I'd like to make in applying the verse from Luke. Whenever we undertake a project that involves risk, there is a cost that must be counted. Things worth doing in life are worth doing well, but to do them well, we must be willing to invest something. What we choose to invest may be time, talent, money, or some combination of all three. Perhaps your immediate thought is, "Yeah, I know that. Move on." If that's you, consider this quote by Oscar Wilde. "What is a cynic? A man who knows the price of everything and the value of nothing." I have a question for you. What are you willing to invest to achieve your goals of being an entrepreneur? That's what we'll examine in this session's lesson. Are you a cynic? Are you someone who will not count the cost to fulfill your goals? Or are you in this for the long haul? With these thoughts in mind, let's review your individual assignment on entrepreneurship. In a previous session, you were to take a personality profile test and then write a paper on entrepreneurship. What did you identify as your entrepreneurial strengths and weaknesses? What 3 to 5 goals did you identify to help you strengthen areas of entrepreneurship, and how did you make them SMART? Third, how can you prepare yourself for globalization? What we'd like you to do now is to take those thoughts and discuss them in groups of 2 to 3. Take turns sharing your thoughts with each other. And of course, as usual, if you're not part of a group, if you're doing this course by yourself, find a friend or relative with whom you can discuss these things. And then come back and we'll continue on with the rest of the session.